Good evening, everyone. Today, our team wants to take a closer look at the expansion strategy of an Indonesian agribusiness giant, JAPFA, as they scale up their operations into the Malaysian market. If we look at this through the lens of international political economy, JAPFA's move is actually a classic textbook case. It fits perfectly into what John Dunning calls market seeking and efficiency seeking behavior. JAPFA realized that they couldn't just rely on the Indonesian domestic market. No, which is getting increasingly crowded. They saw Malaysia as a golden opportunity because the per capita of chicken consumption there is increasingly high, and the country itself already has a highly mature agricultural infrastructure. But the real question is it going to be smooth sailing? Definitely not, of course. As a new foreign player, Java has to navigate a thick wall of a local regulations and go head to head with established local giants. Let's break down these challenges. So, building on that point, if we analyze the situation using the diamond theory of Porter, the pressure Java faces in Malaysia is coming from multiple angles. The most critical challenge comes from the government and regulations. Malaysia is highly protective of its food security. Java has to pass incredibly strict sanitation standards and import regulations set by the Department of Veterinary Services and Makis. On top of that, Malaysia's National Climate Change Policy 2.0 means that environmental standards and ESG compliance are now absolute deal breakers. The second challenge is market rivalry. The Malaysian market is far from blank slate. It's already dominated by deeply rooted local giants like Leong Hub, as well as regional players like CP Group, who are already heavily invested in green business practices. Because of this, our team concluded that Java cannot just win on a simple price war or even standard operational efficiency. Their success hinges on two things: one, mastering business diplomacy with local authorities; two, consistently executing a green strategy. So, how exactly does Java execute this on the ground? We've mapped out a business model canvas tailored specifically to the Malaysian landscape. There are 3 points. Point number one is value propositions. Java isn't just entering the market to sell cheap poultry. They are bringing 3 core values: highly consistent product quality, rock solid halal integrity, and an environmentally sustainable production process. Point number two, key partners. To avoid being seen as a disruptive foreign competitor, Java needs to collaborate closely with local institutions. Therefore, their key strategic partners will be Jaki for official halal certification, DVS, and Makis for regulatory compliance, alongside local distributors and communities living around their facilities. Point number three, customer segments. The target market is very clear: general retail consumers, major supermarket chains, restaurants, and the food processing industry in Malaysia, all of whom are highly sensitive to halal integrity. So, a solid strategy means nothing without a clear action plan. We've broken this down into 3 main operational programs with very specific targets. First, JAPFA Government Relations and Halal Integrity Protocol. This is how JAPFA manages its institutional diplomacy in Malaysia. The compliance task force needs to be active from day one of facility design. To achieve a 100% pass rate on DVS and Maki sanitation within the first quarter and secure official halal certification from Jakim no later than 3 months after construction is complete. Second, green poultry operations and biomass transition. This is preventive move to ensure Java doesn't get hit hard by Malaysia's upcoming carbon tax policies. We are proposing a circular economy model where poultry waste isn't thrown away but converted into biomass energy to power the farm's climate control systems. This substitute at least 30% the farm's energy needs with self-produced biomass within the first year, keeping JAPFA safe from government carbon penalties. Third, JAPFA Community Empowerment and SLO Shield. To secure their SLO Shield or social license to operate and maintain smooth operations, JAPFA needs strong grassroots diplomacy with the local community. This commit to hiring at least 40% of non-managerial staff from the local community in the first year and maintain a strict zero incident record regarding environmental odor or waste complaints. Okay, to wrap this up, JAPFA's expansion into Malaysia teaches us an important lesson in international relations. In the modern era, in the modern era, a multinational corporation's strength is no longer just about how much capital or factories they own. No, it's about how agile, adaptive they are to local rules, cultures, and social expectations. By combining ironclad halal standards, green biomass operations, and a community first approach, we are confident that JAPFA won't just survive against Leong Hub and CP Group. No, no, they will successfully elevate their position in the global value chain. Okay, that concludes this presentation. Thank you.